Hey, so today we're going to be making some bagel bites. I've got the Pampered Chef bagel mix here. I will take a picture of this so that you can see it a little bit closer. I've also got my hot water here. And what we are going to do is first make the dough, and then we have to wait for it to sit for about an hour so that it can double in size. So we'll do the first part right here. I've got my deluxe stand mixer with the dough hook attachment, and we're gonna just get right into it. In this month's or this season's best, we've got a bagel bites recipe, which is what I'm gonna be typically using right now. But I'm going to change it up a bit, and I'm going to make them into cream cheese filled bagel bites. And if my hands would actually work to get this open, this would be great. I'm gonna go grab a pair of scissors. Hang on. Having arthritis does not help. Anyway, so we've got our bagel mix. We're gonna just dump that right in here. And then add 1 cup of warm water. And that's what I have here. I just microwaved it in our little microwave over there. And we're gonna add that. And this is going to take about 9 minutes, it says. So I'm gonna push this down. I'm gonna turn the switch. And then mix, there we go. Enter. And it needs to go up to 9 minutes. That's what the Bagel Bites recipe says to do. Goes in 5-second increments. There we go. And oh, cancel. I need to use the dough. There it is. And then up to 9 minutes. There we go. I really like having a stand mixer. And this one actually gets it all from the sides as well once it starts going. And which means that I don't have to, let me get you guys down there. It means that I don't have to scrape down the sides of the bowl all the time. So I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up so that you guys don't have to wait for 9 minutes. Yeah, so we'll be right back. So I had just paused the video for a minute. You can possibly hear the difference from before and versus now. What I love about this stand mixer is that it goes by itself. It adds the speed, and I didn't have to touch it. It is automatically going faster because it needs to, and that's what it's designed to do. So I'm gonna bring you over here again just a little bit. You can see it is bringing it off of the sides of the bowl. And again, I didn't have to do anything for that to happen. It does it automatically. So if you're looking for a good stand mixer, I highly recommend. It is something that you can work towards. You don't have to pay all at once. I actually earned this in my first few months of being a Pampered Chef consultant. So I didn't even have to pay for this. I got rid of my other brand name, I won't say the name, but I got rid of my other brand name stand mixer because this one was better. And they've made a pasta attachment that goes with it so that you can create pasta. You can flatten it out and you can get spaghetti noodles, whatever you need, right? And it's an amazing little tool here. And okay, I'm gonna pause, and once this is all done, it's got 6 minutes to knead. Once it's all done, I will come back and show you what I do next. All right, we are almost done. It says it has about 10 seconds left. So once that's done, I'm gonna show you how easy it is to just come right out. I'm going to grease the bowl at the bottom and then cover it with some parchment paper, or some plastic wrap rather. As you can see, it stopped by itself. I did not have to do anything. It's a wonderful machine. I can't recommend it high enough. So we're gonna turn this off, pull this back up, and that dough is just coming right off. I don't have to scrape anything. Let's take that out. There we go. Nice and clean. Put that in the sink. And we have our dough. And again, I didn't have to scrape the sides of this bowl, which is lovely. Okay, I'm gonna bring you guys over here real quick. And we'll finish up here. The reason that I didn't use the island today the whole time is because our electric circuits in this particular kitchen are not the best, especially at the island. So I've got a little plug here and a plug on the other side, but the higher end products that we have for Pampered Chef, it likes to break the circuits because they're so powerful. So it's a catch-22. So I'm going to just grease this really quickly. I've got my oil. Let me grab this. We do not recommend using spray like Pam or stuff like that on these Pampered Chef items because it can leave residue over time, and that's not what you want. So I've got a little bit of oil in there. I'll mix that around just a little bit on the bottom. As you can see. And then I'm going to just turn that dough once. And then I've got my parchment paper here. Ugh, I hate oil on my hands. Okay, there we go. Get the plastic wrap here. And then I'm just gonna cover this, let it rise for about an hour or until it is doubled in size. And then I will see you guys soon. Ugh, there we go. All right. Here we go. See you in about an hour. All right, it has been 1 hour. My dough has doubled in size, as you can see. And we're just gonna punch that down. A nice little indent in there. I'm gonna pull it away from the sides of the bowl. And I'm just gonna leave it in the bowl and pinch off what I need. Now, the recipe in the book says to get about 1 tablespoon, but since we're filling them with cream cheese, I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons. So, that looks like it's about 1, maybe about 1.5. So, about like that. We're gonna smush it out a little bit. I've got just a block of cream cheese here that I opened. I was going to cut it up, but I think that was gonna just be too much of a mess. So I've just got a little bit of a spot, get it on my spoon, spread it out, and then push this all around, and I'm gonna pinch it together. And that is going to go on my little air fryer, Pampered Chef air fryer, side down, and it is lined with parchment paper. Sorry, I'm trying to do too many things at once and I can't think. But I've got 2 air fryer racks that goes in my little deluxe air fryer and oven. We call it the DAFO. And so I'm gonna fill this up with my cream cheese and my bagel bites. And we are going to then put this at, what did it say? I'll have to look at the recipe again. But it's gonna be air fried, so it's not dipped in oil, not anything like that. So these are super healthy. And I'm putting the pinch side down on my my racks, so that way it doesn't open up, hopefully. This is the first time I've made these, so I'm excited to see how they work, see how it works. If you've ever been to like Dunkin' Donuts. They have those cream cheese filled bagel bites and they are delicious, which is why I wanted to try it with the bagel mix from Pampered Chef. So I am going to finish this off. I'm just gonna speed up the video so you can, there we go. So you don't have to sit there and watch me just do this the whole time. So, and I'll show you when it's all done. Oh, and normally I can't do talking videos because my current living situation usually has the TV going on in the background. And if you're listening closely, you might hear my dog and cat playing together in the background. So it's kind of a chaotic household right now. And so I don't do a lot of the talking videos. I just I'll do a video and then just take out all the voice parts and put some text on the screen. But, oh, that one's a little small. So anyway, people are gone from the house today. So that's why I'm doing a talking video today. And I'm very grateful because I do enjoy doing these videos. And I like having super simple recipes. I've always enjoyed cooking. I've been, gosh, since I was about 3 years old, I've been cooking. My aunt would help me in the kitchen. I was making, you know, with help, I was making chicken dinners and whatnot. And I love cooking. I love baking, and Pampered Chef has brought that joy back into my life. So I know a lot of people don't enjoy cooking and don't enjoy baking, and I get that. But it doesn't have to be a chore. And Pampered Chef has so many cool tools that we don't have to do all of it by ourselves. We can do, what am I trying to say? Mooney! My dog and cats. All right, anyway, Pampered Chef, oh my goodness. Good heavens. Zoomies. Let me know if you have a crazy dog too. Oh my God. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh my goodness. Pampered Chef has so many cool tools. You don't have to dislike using the tools to at least have some fun in the kitchen. And I know that some people say that it's a really big cost. My thought to that, yes, it can be a big cost. I understand that, but it also lasts for years. Many people that I know right now have gotten pieces of Pampered Chef from like their grandparents. Their grandmother used it in their kitchen, and it's still being used today by these people because it lasts. So you're paying for it once, and you typically, unless it breaks, like the stoneware, if you drop it, it's obviously going to break, but it's not typically going to, what am I trying to say? Not going to just break down on you like when you get stuff from some of the big box stores, and I won't say who they are, but when you get some of those things that, yeah, they're cheap, but they're also made cheaply. So they aren't going to last as long. I have a friend who said that she has bought 3 or 4 of the apple slicer pieces. Like it makes it into like 8 or 10 slices of apple. And she's bought 3 or 4 of those in 4 or 5 years. And she then bought a Pampered Chef one, and it has lasted her for more than 5 years at this point, and it's still sharp and it's going strong. And she wondered why she didn't just buy from them originally, because she paid more over time replacing than she would have just buying the one at Pampered Chef. So that's my key take on that, is because our stuff is made very, very well. And you're not going to have to keep replacing it and keep replacing it and keep replacing it. Anyway, just making sure that somebody wasn't trying to come here. Anyway, I know I said I was going to just, you know, pause or make the video go faster, but I guess I just wanted to talk a little bit more. I'm almost done with these bagel bites. I've got about 1.5 racks full right now. This is all I have left. So this has been a really easy little trick to do, and I like that I'm not getting my hands dirty with the cream cheese, because that would be an absolute ooey gooey mess, and I don't like ooey gooey. I don't know about you, but when things are slimy or something, I just I don't like it. Anyway, might have to move some around and make a little bit more space on some of these, but it should be done here in just a minute. And if you have any questions, go ahead and just, you know, comment on the video, and I'll do my best to answer questions. If you have specific needs, you can always join my my VIP community. It's on school instead of on Facebook, because, you know, the whole algorithm thing can be a problem sometimes. We love the book, but we love other things as well. Anyway, so yeah, join my VIP on school. It is where I am posting some of these kinds of videos. I've got recipes that I'm ready to set up. I'm trying to grow it so that I can help more people. And excuse me. And I hope to see you over there. Give a like, give a comment. It helps my algorithm. It helps me boost my channel. It helps all the things. And I've got, looks like one more bagel bite to make. I'm just gonna move this over here a little bit. There we go. I've got room for one more. Some of these might turn out a little big. I have no idea how it's going to work. It should be all right. I need a little more on this one. A little skimpy. I like the cream cheese in there. I really hope these will turn out. Since it is the first time that I'm making them, you get to see all the good things, all the bad things, whatever happens. Okay, so I've got my 2 racks full of bagel bites. And there we go. All right, let's throw that away. This way over here. Okay. Let's check out the it says to air fry for 10 minutes. Okay, so it doesn't have doesn't have a specific temperature. Okay, air fryer for 10 minutes. Once it is ready and says add food, then I will put them in, and you have to rotate them halfway through the cooking, and it stops, or it beeps at you. And so I'm gonna go do that, and I'll be back when they're all done. So let's see how it goes. Before I start, I figured I would show you what the daffle looks like. So I'm gonna turn this around and show you a really cool thing about it. It can cook 2 parts of your meal at one time in different temperature settings and different times. So you can have everything done all at once, which is really cool. I've only used it a couple of times that way because we don't have a really big family. And so we never really need all of that stuff at the same time, but I am going to show you. So hang on. All right. So this is our DAFO. Okay. It is a small countertop oven, kind of like your Ninja and other things. What's really cool is it has a top section that you can do one part of your meal, a bottom section that you can do part of your meal, and this one does have 2 racks at this point. The heating element is on this side, so you do need to rotate your food about halfway through so that it gets all the food done at once, or in what am I trying to say? So that you don't have all burned on this side. So when you turn it around, it kind of evenly heats. But I can close this up, and then what's really cool is it'll open the entire thing from the top as well. So I'm gonna get this going, turn it on. Let's get cooking. All right, and down here, I'm going to just move it to air fry. Enter. It's already on 400. I just need to make this down to 10 minutes. Too far. And then, as you see, it says preheat. It will come up with add food. And when it does that, then I will add our bagel bites and cook it for 10 minutes. At 5 minutes, it will beep at me and say to switch the food or turn the food. So I'll see you here in about 10 minutes. All right, it has been 10 minutes. I did end up having to take the bagel bites and put them into a pan because the parchment paper decided to touch the heating element and wanted to start making the fire alarm go off. So as soon as I had opened it up to switch the food around and turn it, the parchment paper was too hot and it started to was starting to burn. Anyway, so I've got my bagel bites here. They are all ready and done. So I'm going to put one over here on my plate. Let's get this sitting right here again. There we go. So as you can see, it popped out just a little bit, but since that part was on the bottom, it didn't spread out or, you know, get gooey anywhere. So I'm going to open this up. Oh, you see that steam coming out of there? Oh my goodness, this looks so good. I'll probably end up putting these back in the DAFO for just a couple more minutes to finish doing that. Finish not being quite so doughy. It's just a tiny bit doughy, probably like 1 or 2 more minutes. But otherwise, this is perfect. I highly recommend.